Today, I'm going to teach you how to get rich using journals, but also how to get rich using laborers to push your journals even further beyond and possibly gain extra profit, and how to make sure that you're actually gaining profit and not losing money from using laborers. Alright, before we get into the profits and how much money you can make with journals and laborers, I just need to teach you how journals work really quick. There are journals for several different types of activities in Albion Online. For instance, this is a Tinker's Journal, which is currently empty. It has a fame value of 1,800. Whenever I go to a tool maker and I craft tier 3 or I believe up to tier 5 tools, it will add the fame experience that I crafted into this book, and when it fills up, I will have a full tome, which I can either sell on the market to other players, or I can turn it into a laborer, and they will give me some product back. And I'll show that off in a bit, but real quick, we're just going to craft a skinning knife here. And do note that having premium does not give you the bonus fame that you would earn for your journals. Alright, so I earned 60 fame for crafting one of these skinning knives. You can see the book is now open, and you can see it's 60 out of 1,800. So let's do some quick math. 1,800 divided by 60 is 30, so I need to craft 29 more of these skinning knives, which I should have enough for. There we go, so we're going to craft 29 more of those, and it's going to take a little bit of time there, but that should fill up the book. And there we go, we now have a full journal, and that can be sold, or we can utilize it. So let me just show you real quick. The estimated market value of buying a Tinkerer's Journal from the market currently is 1,239 silver. The market value of a full journal is 2,842, so it's a little bit over double, okay? But you could possibly use this journal to make even more money, and let me show you what that looks like, okay? So, wrong island, sorry. We're gonna go ahead and go to some laborers now. And the way laborers work is they will take this journal from me, and then they will be gone for one day, and then after that one day, they will then give me back an empty journal and some product. So here's what that kind of sort of looks like, okay? So if we give this tier 3 journal to this tier 7 laborer, he has a 150% return rate because I am in a tier 7 building. It can give me 0 to 36 of leather, bars, cloth, and planks. The amount is quite random, between 0 and 36. It will generally average out. But you can see if I did like, what is half of 36? That would be like 18 or something, I believe. Yeah, 18 of each would easily pay for this. That would be, that would easily make me a lot more than what this journal is worth. But if I don't have the means, I don't have housing, I don't have laborers, I can still make profit by just selling the journal to people that do. Okay, so here's some tier 6 journals that have been returned. I turned in a tier 6 journal, which is currently worth 25,808. The empty journal is worth 5,707. You can see here I got 8,800 there, 7,700, 6,300, 3,100, and then the book back, so I can either refill the book or sell the empty book. Now, to get these books, if they are not on the market, which they always will be, you would just go to the journals tab of your laborer and then buy the book. You can see the laborer is selling the journal for 8,000 silver, but the market sells it for 5,707 because it's always cheaper to buy from other players than from the NPCs most of the time. So that is the basic example of how laborers and journals work. So we're going to be doing a bunch of math now. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording and slap down some math, and let's see what we get. Alright, and here we are. So if you buy a tier 6 empty journal, it's 5,707 from the market. You fill that journal by crafting like I just showed you, and then you sell it, you earn 25,808 silver, which means buying the journal and then selling it in full earns you 20,101 silver in profit, okay? So, if you turn in the journal reward for materials, which again I showed you right here, let me disappear the text for a sec. You can see here I get a bunch of materials back and I can click take all from all of these laborers here. And here is, again, the math from each of the laborers for their total value. And instead of all the results, I left out the E there, so that's a typo. My bad, I didn't proofread this. I just want to hurry up and get this info out there for you guys, but I'll fix it as I'm typing. There we go, talking, whatever. So, if we take the value of all of the laborers here and average them out, we earned 306,371 silver. which is an average of 30,000 silver per journal. And if we sell, here's the total profit again. If we sold 10 journals, is 201,000, and then the differential from selling the journals over letting laborers give us materials is a 105,361 silver difference from 10 laborers. Now, I do want to mention, let me just again hide the text here for a sec, that out of all the laborers, I never got a 0.2 or a 0.3 material. If I got a 0.3 metal bar, that's worth a lot of silver, which they're rare to get, but if you do laborers enough, you will get them. So it is huge whenever you land one. Anyway, so you just come here, you pick up all the stuff from the laborers, you give them new journals, and then you see them tomorrow. So you can see that laborers are actually very, very profitable compared to just filling and selling journals. However, let me show you how much it's going to take your laborers to do to break even. And that's an entire another wall of text, so I'm just going to show you this on the screen, and then we're going to cut now to when I do more math to see how many days it would take for us to break even on just the construction costs. Because remember, these are tier 6 laborers. They are in a tier 7 guild hall with tier 7 beds and tier 7 tables and tier 2 through 7 trophy journal, just trophies. So that's going to cost quite a bit of money, and I'm going to get all that number, I'm going to get that amount for you right now and do the math. Alright, so here is the math of building a tier 7 guild hall. Now, you can just use a tier 6 guild hall, but you will not have 150% returns on your laborers' journals. So if you're ever doing journals, you should always do it one tier below of what your house is. So this is a tier 7 guild hall, holds 15 laborers. That means that I should use tier 6 journals on the tier 7 laborers so that they have maximum happiness. Let me just show you what that looks like real quick. If I go to the labor and click place book, the yield is 150% due to the happiness levels of the beds, the tables, and the trophies. All right, now certain laborers only have, they don't have specialty trophies like tinkerers, fletchers, blacksmiths, and all that stuff. They only have the generic trophies, which are like the spellbook looking ones, okay? They don't have any fancy ones like skinners have skinning trophies and fishermen have fishing trophies and so on and so forth. But the crafting ones do not have those, by the way. That's why you gotta use one tier higher than what you're doing. All right, so let's look at the numbers, adding up how many rough logs, stone, and blocks we all need, and the values of the tinkerers themselves, and the values of the beds, and tables, and the cost of the guild island itself, which I rounded down. It's a little bit more expensive than 230,000, I think. I could be wrong on that, but it's close enough, okay? And trophies are literally pennies. I think the tier 7 ones cost 500 silver. The ones below that cost like 50 silver, 10 silver, 4 silver. They're super cheap, okay? So with all of that, it's going to cost you about 13.7 million silver. And since you average 15 laborers making 30k per journal, in this instance, okay, not all journals are equal. I'm using Tinkerer journals as an example. They will make me 460,000 additional silver per day, assuming that I filled the journals every single day and then turn them in, and so on and so forth. So that means it will take 30 days to break even on this investment, and after that, it's all profit. So that is an entire month you need to dedicate to using laborers before you even see the initial money that you spent on all of this back, which to me is not a lot of time. But for you, if you're not planning to play for longer than a month for some reason, then you shouldn't bother with laborers at all. But let me also explain that while it takes a month to earn that silver back, that silver is never truly gone, because if you get bored of laborers and you don't want this anymore, you can just pick up the bed and sell it. You can just pick up the tables and the trophies and sell them. You can pick up the laborers and sell them. You can deconstruct the guild hall and get most of your materials back. You get 80%, I think it's 80% of the materials back. So you would have to take 80% or 20% off of the cost of all the building materials and do the math on that. So if we just did 80% off the flat 13 million, I don't know how much that is, but you do get a bunch of it back. And the cool thing is due to inflation, most of the stuff that you put in these guild halls will inflate with the economy over time, so you end up with more silver than what you initially spent on it a year or two ago. And that is why laborers and journals are profitable, and everyone should be utilizing these all the time. There's no excuse not to have a guild hall. You literally just make an alt character, make a guild. Like, you can see that this character's guild is 300 Chad Gamers. But the island that I'm on is called Swolbenji on YouTube's island, which, here we go. Yeah, so we got, I don't know, owner, Swolbenji on YouTube. So, it's Swolbenji on YouTube's island, which is just an alt character I made to make the guild, to make up and set up the island, alright? With that said, thank you so much. Go out there, get rich, start filling those journals, doing whatever it is you do. If you craft bows, you have Fletchers. If you craft swords, it's blacksmithing. If you kill mobs, that's mercenaries. Every value of journal is different. Every laborer is going to give you a different return value. You will have to do the math yourself to see if it's worth doing, okay? With that said, that's all I've got, man. I read every comment. I make videos every day, so leave a comment. Make sure you like the video also. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's video, and the video after that, and the video after that, and the video after that. If you want to leave me a monetary donation, click the thanks button down below. It really helps me out. If you want to become a channel member, okay, that is $5 a month. I posted a video on there on how I can fill 30 of these tier 6 journals in technically 45 minutes of time. With that's it. I spend 45 minutes. I get 90,000 focus in that 45 minutes. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting 90,000 focus in 45 minutes. You'll have to watch the video if you want more info. I'm not going to spoil it here. That's for members only, $5 a month. In the pinned comment is a link to the members only playlist. If any of those videos interest you, then feel free to become a channel member today. It really does help me out. Thank you so much again for watching. Hopefully you can go get rich now. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Take care.